Hello YouTube, Heavy Metal Piper here. Welcome to my review of Dan Tobacco's Salty Dogs. Salty Dogs is a vapor blend manufactured by Orlik in Denmark. Contains Virginian Pre tobacco in a plug with rum flavoring. It's available in 50-gram pouches. Just a pouch with 50-gram plug, and that plug is sealed within the pouch as well. Let's start with the smell of the blend. There's not a ton going on. It's a pretty cohesive pouch note. It smells of a slightly sweet bread, kind of like a Thanksgiving biscuit. It's not buttered. I love how hard this plug is, very dense, and it's easy enough to cut some off. Toward the end of it here, this is always going to be a bit more difficult. I like to cut it and aim for the approximate standard flake thickness, but I don't worry about getting a whole flake sliced off. Just what I can get at about that thickness, because that's ultimately about how thick I want the ribbons to be when I pack them in the bowl. It can be a little bit time consuming, but what is nice about this particular plug, I have not found it needed any time to dry or anything after breaking it up. So I'll slice it, and I will get just about enough of, or just below what it would require to fill the bowl that I'm using. And I'll tell you why I do that in a second. See, this does take a little bit of time to break up, because it's like I said, this is a very, very dense plug. So it's not gonna just come apart in your fingers too readily, but this is not a problem. It still doesn't take a terribly long amount of time. As you can see, I'm already beginning to pack the bowl here with what I've sliced off from the plug. So I'm leaving a little bit of room. And what I like to do here is I like to come back to the plug and slice off super thin slivers, like as close to paper thin as I can manage with a blade like this. And just enough to fill the remainder of that bowl. And then I'll break up these very thin slivers here, and I will pack the top of the bowl with this. And slicing it thin like this, you get basically a shag cut, and rubbing it out this thin, I have found, is very helpful to get a light going. It takes a light super easily like this, and it's not quite as easy if you don't do this, but you can still get it lit. I just find this easier given the density of the plug. Today I'm smoking this in my Mermaid Figurehead Bent Meerschaum by Paycotch Imports. I believe that's how that's pronounced. Let's let her up and see how she tastes. So like the aroma, there's not a lot going on. And here it's a good thing. Everything is cohesive and well blended. And I believe that's largely due to how they process the plug and make it super dense, letting all the oils kind of resorb into the different leaves. It has a Virginia kind of flavor to it. A bit figgy from the Perique, but not spicy. Maybe the tiniest bit. And it's a tiny bit bready, and that Virginia sweetness there. I like this a lot. I've been a bit of a fan of plugs lately, especially well-made ones, and also of Virginia heavy or Virginia exclusive blends. Now the only issue with this is that for 50 grams, which is about 1 3/4 ounces, it's 1.5 to 2 times the cost of 2 ounces of tobacco, and it's only available in this format. At a standard price, it would probably be a shoo-in for a rotation, but it's just a bit pricey to smoke regularly. That said, this is a case where you are paying for quality, and it's a good one to keep on hand to enjoy now and again, but maybe a bit too pricey to have all the time. Until next time, let me know what you think of the blend, and I'll see you then.